Hello again, everybody. Welcome back. This is another episode of the American Graffiti's 1956 Ford Thunderbird for the 2015 Cancer Awareness Month, dedicated to my sister. Just want to kind of go over some of the things that I've gotten done so far at this point. First off, basically I called up my sister the other day, and I want to ask her a few questions about the car since it is going to be gifted to her. I was kind of acting like a car salesman, calling the client to see how they wanted to customize their car. So during our conversation, of course, we already know that we're going to be putting on the royal blue for her type of cancer on the exterior of the car on the outside, but I asked her about the hardtop that the kit comes with. Want to know if she wanted that the same color or if she wanted something different. So she thought about it and basically said that she would like to keep it as a white color, since I did send her the picture from a previous text that I sent to her. So we're going to go with the main body as the royal blue. She chose the white hardtop, and then I asked her about the spare tire that gets attached to the back end of the trunk, which is probably considered the Continental kit, I presume. So she wanted to keep that white as well, kind of offset the blue a little bit. So we got that taken care of, and then we also talked about what's going on with the interior and what color she would like that as well. So she liked to have a black interior, and of course I have to ask her, you want a satin black or you want a gloss black? And she says, man, this is going to be hard, because she didn't know how involved all this model building was all about, especially with the paint work. So she kept asking me, what would you do? I says, well, this is your car. Whatever you decide, this is all for you. So we're going to go ahead with the satin black that she chose for the interior on that. So like I said, she didn't understand or how involved everything was as far as what my hobby entails. So she's getting kind of like a little earful of what's all involved in the kit process. So she's happy, and I'll probably give her some updates as we go along, just to make sure that everything's right. The last thing I asked her, of course, was about the chrome. Didn't know if she wanted the bright chrome that comes with the kit, or she wanted to dull it down a little bit. And she said she liked things shiny. So we're going to go ahead and keep it pretty much the same as what the kit entails, which is the bright chrome. That's part of the kit. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and see what's going on here. Since she did pick the satin black, what I've done is basically we'll start with this one here that I got leaning up. Now this is all done with let me see if we can bring the light down a little bit for you. This is all airbrushed with the Craft Smart satin acrylic paint, black, and as you can see, there's the seats. This is the actual back part of the seat, and then we have our two door panels for the left and right. So you can see how nicely detailed it is. Looks like it's got a little armrest on there, the window crank, and the door latch to open and close. I'll probably do a little more detail as we go along, but came out really nice, and you can see there's hardly any flash on these parts, so it's looking pretty good. So that's one thing that we've gotten taken care of. Next up, basically we have the firewall. That's the firewall part on the top. and we flip it around. That's more on the opposite side of the firewall on the interior. You can see that they got molded in the, looks like the gas pedal. So we got that all painted in the satin black as well. So that's another part on a tree. And then we got here our floor panel area where the console is located. They do have some texture going on here to simulate some carpeting, and they also have the floor mats that also goes alongside of the console as well as on the bottom there. So that's a nice little detail to have as well. So, you know, once again, she wanted everything painted interior in the black, so there we go with that. And I went ahead and painted the fuel tank black, and we'll go with we'll probably, you know, overcoat with some chrome or silver, just to kind of give a little bit more detail. This other part, let me turn it around for you. It's got an inscription in there, Ford Motor Company, but that actually goes on the back end of the trunk area. So that's all done up in black as well. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. Alright, next up we got the kind of the undercarriage there, the chassis. That's all painted up real nice on both sides. So there you go. Once again, hardly any flash, nicely detailed. So there you go, that's that. Since I didn't give you a chance in the last video because everything was in a plastic bag, this is a gives you an opportunity of what these actually look like up close. Here's some more parts of the underside of the chassis. As far as you know, I confess I don't know a lot of these parts for the car parts, but these are the two fronts that go to the front wheels when they get attached, I guess. And then we have the spare tire as well that fit on the back of the truck. So there's that. We'll go ahead and put that off to the side. And pretty much the last, well, second to the last, I should say. Again, we have more parts for the undercarriage. I guess kind of like the springs. You know, there's that. And then the kind of the rear axle, all painted in black as well. So there's that. And last thing I painted in black was more of the interior buckets, part of the engine assembly. You can see here we have the dashboard, the top of the dashboard itself. Well, we have stick shifts, I guess, in there. We have the radiator itself, other components of the inside of the engine, and then we got the stick shift. We have the battery that you can see there. We have the steering column and the steering wheel itself, nicely detailed. Radiator hose. So there you go. This is kind of where we're standing right now as far as getting everything prepped and pre-painted. So that part is done. Just want to show you one last thing. This is one of the tires that I put together. As you can see, the white plastic O-ring was part of the white stripes simulation for the tire, so you do not have to paint the round, you know, outer rim of the tire. Personally, that's what the white is for. So basically, it just fits over the tire rim, and then you just basically put the vinyl tire and just wrap it around, and it holds it in place. Here's the back end. So you can see there's 4 points there that it actually inserts into. So that's a nice looking tire, nicely detailed. So there you go. So basically this is where we're at right now. I'll start gluing you know, the next couple parts together, and we'll go from there. So thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it, and everybody have a good day, and stay tuned. There'll be more to come on this kit. Catch y'all later. Bye. Well, here we are with the 99% completed engine for the 56 Ford Thunderbird. As you can see, I've got her all painted up. The main engine part, I went ahead and used some Folk Art Engine Red acrylic paint. And then as far as the fan blades and the belts, I actually used my black Sharpie pen to bring out the detail there. And as far as the rest of the pulley system, I used a Sharpie sterling silver marker to highlight those as well. As far as the transmission's concerned, I actually used some start off with a base coat of Folk Art Steel Gray acrylic, and then on top of that I decided to use the Folk Art Ice Blue, just to kind of give it a little shine to it, because like I said, my sister wanted to have this as a brand new car, so I'm not going to do any weathering as such for this engine, and that goes for the rest of the car itself. So there you have for the engine. So that's where we're at. So stay tuned.